Hello, everybody. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's another Winner Circle Sports Betting podcast on a Wednesday, the old WINS day, April the 23rd. We'll be coming at you with NBA playoff action here. Brian Bitler, Matt Fargo. We got the Magic and Celtics, the Heat and the Cavaliers, the Warriors and the Rockets. A triple play of freebies for you here on our YouTube channel. Be sure to hit that like button. You're here. Come in, hit the like button. Boom. You're cooking with gas, and then you go in the comment section and be like, I think so-and-so is going to win today. Well, I disagree with this. You're a big giant head dummy. I like this game instead. Whatever. Put it in the comment section before the game start, please. Now, these are the free picks at our Winner Circle YouTube channel. Our best bets, as always, head on over to gamblersworld.net. Again, if you got your notification bells on, you're going to know, hey, it's NBA free picks. Hey, it's Major League Baseball free picks. But you want the best bets, here you go, gamblersworld.net. Right now, $2.79 through all of the NBA playoffs. Get every NBA winner. Hello, there's a leaderboard. You see how the guys are doing in the NBA. Go get the NBA playoff package. Although I like to tell you, the 30-day package is probably your best bet because it's all sports, NBA playoffs, hockey playoffs, and daily Major League Baseball, which the three of us, we love our MLB. Right? Even Doug and Chip, let's be honest, we could go on our MLB rants all the time here. You're going to get a lot of Major League Baseball over 30 days, and it's a good deal. If we don't win, you get credited back on your 30-day package. We do that on our 3 and 7 days, but honestly, the best bang for your buck is a longer-term deal and 30-day package. The top seller on the site, although I do think the daily pass for $69.99, people love that one a lot, but that's more of a college football, NFL kind of Sunday thing when there's a lot of games going. And again, still worth it nowadays because you got the playoffs going on in both sports, in hockey and basketball and Major League Baseball. If you want to do that as a little trial run for a daily capper, great value there. Great value there as well. Now, we took care of all that. Well, at least I took care of all that. And we're going to jump right to Matt Fargo because he was too good to come in yesterday. He had a little technical difficulties, I guess. I don't know. Some days life comes at you. Maybe it's our teenage and older, higher teen 20-year-old boys who don't help out around the house, and we just need to smack them out. We're just talking about off air, but good to see you, Matt. Listen, Heat and the Cavaliers, baby. What are we doing here with these lines? 3 games today. 2 of them are double digits. You got the big boy though at 12 and 211.5. Cavaliers going to take care of this Heat squad and send Spoelstra packing, or do the Heat got any life here?
I think they have life. I do. I mean, the game 1, it was an 8-point game going to the fourth quarter. Cleveland got, 28 points from Ty Jerome? Who? And, I don't think they're going to get the same, obviously, output from him again. Hero did not play well. I just think it's one of those games where I think there's an overreaction from obviously a blowout, which we've seen throughout the playoffs this year, last year, the year before, even. Like it's been almost unwatchable, some of these games, right? But I think they keep this one close. I really do. I think it's good. I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. And like I said, I don't think Cleveland's going to get the same amount of output from their bench that they got in game 1. And, Adebayo and Wiggins need to step up more, which they did not in game 1, and I think they do here.
So, the Heat, yeah? Really?
Yeah, I mean, granted, they beat who? Chicago and Atlanta on the road to get in. They're not a good team. I'm not saying they're going to win this game outright, but I think they can keep it within a number,
Listen, official show pick. You saw my reaction. I mean, listen, taking dogs, double-digit dogs. They're probably long-term money makers in basketball. If we look at long things, the long timeline of sports betting. Matt's free pick, Heat plus the 12 here. Brian, you a Heat guy? Because I'm a little biased towards the Cavs because I bought into them early in the year. I thought, pretty good team, ready to kind of take a step up. They've got all their pieces and all this. And in the first show we did here for NBA, it was with Chip and Doug. And Doug had he was all over the Cavaliers to win, like to be the best team coming out East. and a lot of them said resonated. They had a great season. So I'm kind of a little biased there, but go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, for me, I'm more like a game-by-game basis type. I'm quick to switch sides. In game one, I like Cleveland, but here I think Miami's the call. They're a little bit removed from that getting into the playoff run. They got one of the best head coaches, I think, in the NBA. Is going to have a good game plan tonight. And I think in a defensive-oriented game, I think this could be in the single digits. I think Cleveland gets the win. But I think Miami can hang tight in this one and maybe put a little bit – maybe Miami will be up at halftime. But I think when it's all said and done, we get the cover with the Heat.
Well, listen, the proverbial zigzag makes sense, right? You're down. You got to kind of circle the wagons, get it done. I'm annoyed at myself for, we did the show yesterday, and I was talking about
you got me on the Grizzlies and Thunder yesterday. You got me on that one.
But going to the I ended up taking for the show. I took Minnesota because I thought, you know what, it'll be a tough defensive kind of game. I thought we'd be able to get in, hang tough. But I'm annoyed I didn't have the under. And I don't have the under in this one, but I want to come in on the under with the Cavs and the Heat here based on that same kind of thinking. Like it's going to be a little uglier type. Cleveland is a real good team. But you mentioned Spolstra. Okay, you beat the Bulls and the Hawks, which aren't anywhere close to being this team, but you just expect a veteran team, a veteran winning coach to kind of make those adjustments and bring the clamps and make it a little uglier and uncomfortable for the Cavs. So again, official free pick right out of the gate here from Matt Fargo is going to be on a Heat plus the 12. And before we get to the next game, we switch it up a little bit. We jump right into a game and we talk a little bit. I want to go back to Matt real fast, Brian, before he gets it, because we missed Matt yesterday.
Sure.
So I want to see how his weekend went.
Thanks.
Come on. We got a little thing going here, But
yeah, are you concerned? Good. Coming off a 2-0 MLB night on Tuesday, had the Nationals. I'm just fading Baltimore's pitching staff right now. They're so bad.
Yes.
And I had the Cubs. That was a great game. The Cubs Dodgers was an awesome game last night.
Never in doubt.
Right, exactly. Are you concerned, going back to the Miami-Cleveland, are you concerned about the total move where it was 216.5 on game one and now it's down to 211.5, 212? It's a big move.
But that makes sense to me.
People love to bet the overs, especially in the NBA.
Exactly.
So if them lowering it down just makes me like it even more personally.
Yep.
I mean,
that's how our thinking goes. Yep, exactly.
And Matt, 211.5. I mean, we'll jump into you in the second here to see what you got going on after this piece here. But the Celtics 197 with their total here, and the 10.5. I mean, so this one's even lower than the 211. Yep. 190. Are you telling me that Boston's not scoring 100 points? I know what's his name's out, right? Tatum's questionable, but this is still. Listen, the thing about the Celtics being as good as they are, and I guess they're kind of like the favorites, even though Cleveland was the top seed here. It's their depth and everything they got going on for them. 197.5. Are they not screaming to take the over to you in this one?
Well, yeah, for me in this play, I got a premium pick on the total.
All right.
So that's pretty easy to get.
But, I don't know.
As far as the side goes here, I think the Orlando Magic are a strong play now. In the first game, just like I talked about Cleveland, in game one, I like Boston. I thought they were laying in the weeds all season long, and they just turned it on there in game one and show that they're the dominant team in the Eastern Conference. Now, in this game here, without Tatum, and that's already figured into the line, Orlando's strength is their defense. I think they're ranked number 2 in the NBA as far as defensive rating. I just think this game is going to be very low scoring if you're going to get 10.5 points. I think Boston pulls it out, but again, I think the dog covers here, so I'll take the Magic.
Magic plus 10.5 from Brian Bitler here in this early game, the first game of the night on the ticket. And listen, this is Brian's free pick, and you heard him. He's got a best bet going today for the total in this one. So head on over to gamblersworld.net and go get that big winner. He's been pretty hot. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a scroll telling me how you've been on fire. 8-3 last 11 in the NBA, something along those lines.
Right now, I'm 32-16, 67% run in the NBA off of back-to-back 4 in one day. So Lakers got it done for me in my best bet last night.
I'm sorry, 80%. I misspoke when I said you were 83. Only a ridiculous 80% run the last in the NBA of
But you know how
sports.
it is in this business. As long as you can hit 56%, that's there's guys on X that hit 80% all the time. So.
Yes, well, that's the thing. Us cutting 56, 57's excellent, but we are just the peons to that Discord crew who never loses, 88% winners with this fabulous nonsense. That's great stuff. At GamblersWorld.net, folks, in case you don't know, we have our records. You see, we win, we lose. We're real. We're not. There's no Fugazi altered tickets and that kind of crap going on here at GamblersWorld.net. We're again, I think the three of us, and we got about 60 years doing this between us here, give or take on site and stuff like that between, and we're the new kids on the block. We're like the boy band.
Yeah, I tell you, Chip has 60 years by himself.
Yeah, we are literally the boy band, and we're up against guys. It's like Frank Sinatra, Bob Dylan, and like all the old timers, like Crosby, Stills, and Nash and stuff. We're literally who's hot. I can't even name a boy band. Do they even have boy bands nowadays? I don't even know. Anyway, listen. Again, I'm going to go sideways somewhere in our show here. You just got it 11 minutes in. Hit the like button and comment. Be like, Sean, just be quiet and get to the free picks. I'm sorry. All right, we'll do that. The Magic for Brian here is a free pick. Matt, what are your thoughts on Boston and the Magic? Or do you have a premium play up as well? I do not know.
I have a premium on Houston Golden State later on for sure. But for this, I do agree with Brian in the fact that, Tatum's out. He's doubtful, but he's probably not going to play. We're seeing a 1.5 line swing from game one. And we saw this last year with Boston. They rolled over Miami, and they lost game two at home. And it's basically the same situation where, they're feeling good, whatever. But I think, as Brian mentioned, the defense of Orlando will keep this one close. And so, like I said, we're seeing a 1 point line shift with Tatum out, but we're seeing a 9 point total move in this game. Went from 205 now it's down to 196.5. So again, we're seeing these totals move way more than the actual point spreads. And I think they're telling us kind of what is going to happen here. And when you have a dog, getting 10.5 points in a low scoring affair, which what they're predicting, give me those 10.5 points all day long.
Right. You got to take the 10.5, make it a trifecta on the 10.5 here. Again, official play, Brian Bitler, Magic plus 10.5. Matt Fargo likes the Miami Heat plus 12. Again, these are the free picks, folks. You want Brian's best bet between the Magic and the Celtics tonight? Head over to gamblersworld.net. Matt Fargo has the best bet going in my game, which I'll talk about shortly, between Golden State and the Houston Rockets. Best bets up now. Go get them. 3 $7.38 packages guaranteed over at gamblersworld.net. Or on a day like today, maybe a day pass comes in handy between NBA, hockey, and Major League Baseball. But you got to get over there to find out for yourself. Do it. And while you're dilly-dallying around, putting your comment in on this game, hit the like button because it's the right thing to do, right? So do it. Do it. My game here, and I got to get right because I gave you a loser yesterday on the T-Wolves. My floppy rant comes back to bite me in my giant butt. It's okay. I don't care. Wolves in 5 now. How about that, Lakers fans? All right? There you go. I got another guy I could rag on a little bit. Steph Curry, who's, Drazen Petrovic is better than Steph Curry. How about that? People don't know who Drazen Petrovic is. He was pretty good. He wasn't Steph Curry. Anyway, this line. Hello, a 1.5. Golden State was, I think, a 1 point favorite or 1.5, something like that. And that's up to, I see 4s. I see 3.5s in this game. What is going on with the Rockets here? I'm all for the team's got to kind of battle back after a loss. I understand that. You're a playoff team. You're the 2 seed. You started out as an underdog in game 1. You came back as a favorite. You lost. What cost you? I shouldn't say cost you because you're still 2 seed. But you had a bad stretch of games without Van Fleet, as a caveat there, but where you had trouble scoring. You saw that last game between these two teams where they had trouble kind of putting points on the board. I don't know. I can't trust them. I'd like to see the Rockets win because I want to kind of end the Warrior dynasty. I want to kind of get the floppy out of there. I want to see all the young guys kind of, the newer kids come in and be the face of the league. Just kind of the old guys get old, the young guys come through. Houston's got a few young guys. I can't lay this, Brian, because I know, Matt, I'm going to give you a little pass on this one. You got to stop playing this. I'll give you a second to talk about on the back end here. But, Brian, just on principle, you're going to give me 4. I know there's some 3.5s, but there are some 4s out there too, so shop around. I almost have to just take the Warriors coaching, the veteran. Are they going to be like, well, we're up 1-0, we'll go home and win? That is not this team. That is never any inkling of this team I've ever gotten, not at their peak, not when they're losing games. They're not a team that's just going to throw one out there and be like, well, we split it, we're happy. I like the Warriors in the point. I think we probably even win this one here. I don't know. I haven't pulled the trigger, but I like the Warriors here in the points there, Brian.
Well, I hate to be a party pooper here, but my top play tonight is on the spread in this game.
There
But
you
as
go.
far as hopefully me
guys.
and Matt are simpatico in this one. We probably are.
Right.
As far as the total goes in this one, I'm going to go with the under. Sometimes I would be tempted to take the over here because people overreact to that game 1, but I just think people still love to bet. People still love to bet the over in the NBA, and these two teams, one of the better scoring teams in the league. But I think there's going to be a focus again on defense. This is the kind of NBA that I like. I like the Orlando Magic Boston style defensive game, and how Golden State and Houston played in game 1. That's the NBA I miss, just solid defensive play. And I think we're going to see it again tonight.
And this is another low total, Matt. 204. By NBA standards, we've seen like 246s in games. 204 and a 197 on the board tonight.
Yeah, yep. Exactly the same way with the other 2 games. The game 1 closed at 213. Now we're down to 204.5. Houston is known for their defense, obviously, and they played pretty well. They just couldn't shoot the ball. And, Curry and Butler went off. I think they were 22 for 38 combined. I don't think we're going to see that again. I think it's going to be another low-scoring game for sure. And, Houston played to their advantages. They won the offensive glass 22-6 and still lost by 10. So their game plan is going to be the same. I just don't think Golden State is going to, have the same night from Curry and Butler than they did in game 1. So, yeah, I think we see another low-scoring game here. Maybe not, 180, but I think this one goes under as well.
Well, listen, you're getting my Warrior pick here because these 2 jokers got premium plays up on all the games tonight. Who knew that 2 guys winning in the NBA would have 2 top plays up tonight? But so be it. Listen, we got you the free picks, and I'll recap that in a second. But again, like button, notification bell on so you know when we do NBA. And it's NBA all week. It's playoff time. We're going to get a lot of NBA this week. That's all we got all week, NBA. Nothing but action. And next week, we'll see how the schedule shapes out. We might bring back some more MLB. Again, notification bells on so you know when the videos get posted daily for you here in the morning. And again, get our top plays at gamblersworld.net. Where a day like this, these gents here, and like other guys on the site, multiple packages up. Go get that day pass for $69.99. It's a great deal there, folks. Now, free picks again for the recap. Orlando Magic plus 10.5 for Brian Bitler. He also has a best bet going on that game. The Heat and the Cavaliers, Matt Fargo says take the Miami Heat plus a 12. Any premium pick on that game, gentlemen?
Nope.
No, of course not. No one's got that one. Neither do I. But this last one we got a premium pick on. So go get premium pick for Matt on this one and Brian as well. I'm telling you to take the Warriors. But again, the free picks are the free picks, the top picks, and premium plays. The cream of the crop, as we like to say, is over at gamblersworld.net. Check out our sponsor. And guys, thanks for popping in today. Good luck. You don't need luck. You guys are winning anyway. I don't know why we got to say that. It's not luck. It's skill when you do it as long as we have. So
I'm trying to do the same thing as I did yesterday. I'm very superstitious. I did everything the same as I did yesterday and the day before. So hopefully that repeats again tonight.
What's for lunch today? What's the repeat lunch?
Yesterday I took a nice 2.5-mile walk and I stopped at a local sandwich shop and had an Italian hoagie with an iced tea. And that's what I'm going to do today. So.
There you go. Keep it going. Keep it going.
I did not do anything special for lunch tomorrow. I had a nice Jersey bagel, and I still have half of one from breakfast today that I'm eating. So I'll stick with my bagel. Maybe I'll go 2-1 in baseball again. Who knows? But all right, guys. Good to see you, and we'll see you next week back here on the Tuesday, Wednesday segments. And everybody, thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Good luck. Bye-bye.